Aries, welcome into the channel. I hope you're doing well. So this is going to be your reading for the full moon in Leo. So that full moon is about courage, communication, being unapologetically you, having confidence. I mean, I'm wearing the kitty attire for the fire signs. So there could be even maybe a little drama. All right. So the full moon does peak today, February 1st, and Eastern Standard Time. That'll be at 5:08. However, we have currently been in this energy for a few days. So we are in it now, but it will peak then, and we will still be in this energy even, a few days after the full moon. Okay. So I want to find out, what is this full moon? What's it doing for your romantic life? Always remember to take what resonates and throw out what doesn't. If you find this isn't resonating, check out the other signs. Okay. We do, even if we don't have any planets in if you don't have a sign in any of the planets, you still have a house. So we still embody all 12 of the zodiac signs. And sometimes these stories carry over to other readings. So what do we got for Aries? What's going on? Full moon. What's going on in that romantic life for Aries? One more. Oh, come on now. You're currently 7 of Swords. Oh. Crossing you, 5 of Swords. Oh boy. Root, 9 of Wands. Recent past, the moon. Higher self, that's you. Well, okay. Emperor, that's you, Aries. Okay. Ooh. Near future, we've got the Tower. Yeah. Currently, you are in the 7 of Wands. Outside of you is the 4 of Cups. Hopes and fears, 7 of Pentacles. Outcome, 8 of Wands. Well, either you're lying to somebody or you're lying to yourself. Maybe you feel like someone's lied to you. Okay, maybe you feel like somebody's hiding something, or maybe they're avoiding you. Crossing you, 5 of Swords. So you're definitely caught up in your head about this. Okay. So place parties where it fits. Like I said, I don't know if you're just lying to yourself, if you lied to somebody, you deceived somebody, or they did it to you. But crossing you, you're caught up in your head. And even if you were the one that was lying or deceptive, you could be caught up in your head about that, right? But you take that as it resonates, and you place parties where it fits. The root of all this is the 9 of Wands. So, it's kind of maybe we keep reapproaching this, whatever in your romantic life, you keep approaching it the same way. They like to call the Knight of Wands the wounded warrior, because he keeps kind of coming back, he, she, no gender, kind of keeps coming back into situations doing the same thing. Something hasn't changed. Something probably needs to change, right? Your recent past, you have the moon. So there were secrets in the past. So I don't know if that was you holding secrets or if it was somebody else holding secrets. But there's a lot of, lying, right? Maybe there was an illusion here. Somebody created an illusion. But yeah, secrets, the moon. And here we are coming up into the moon. So to keep in mind, these full moons are highlighting secrets, right? It's about, finally purging things. It's the moon is on steroids, right? It hits its peak. So if there's been something building up, whether it's a fight or something caught up in your head about, you hit the peak, right? You hit your point and you get really emotional about it, right? You might even emotionally purge what this is. So your higher self is the Emperor. So this is, taking control, right? Having more control, making a decision, having authority over yourself and your life. So that's good that you're coming out as you and your higher self. It's, the Emperor can be very mature to, handle things properly, right? If they're in the upright. In the near future, you've got the Tower. So something's going to come crumbling down. Okay? Something's going to be uncomfortable. You currently are feeling the Seven of Wands. So I feel like you need to protect yourself. So it could very well be somebody outside of you lied, and that's why you're sitting currently in that feeling of, hey, somebody's lied to me. Somebody's, put some bullshit out there, right? Outside of you, people outside of you, Four of Cups. Well, they are feeling disconnected from you. All right, they may have turned their back on you. They're not feeling the best, I can tell you that. They are feeling alone. This is going to be tricky. Because that could also be somebody feeling that they were lied to. Who knows? Maybe both of you lied to each other, because in the past, it's in the moon, hiding things in the moon. So maybe you both did, because it is kind of hard to tell. I keep saying place parties where it fits, but it could very well be the both of you. All right? It does take two. Your hopes and fears. You have the Seven of Pentacles. I think you're kind of hoping that maybe you can make some progress on whatever this situation is. I feel like you're hoping to get some results out of, in the near future, Eight of Wands. That's the communication, that's action, right? It's things starting to pick up. So it's almost like maybe you're hoping you can have a conversation, or they're hoping to have a conversation, maybe the both of you are, during this time, that you can come together and have a conversation about what happened here with the Seven of Swords and the moon, right? The secrets and the hiding and deception. What really happened? Can we, make some progress and maybe grow from this situation? Can we learn something from this situation and in the future have the conversation about it? Okay. So we're going to go right to, oh man, there could be a lot of clarifications here. I think I might need to get another deck ready. Maybe that one. Okay. Geez Louise. Whew, where do we go? Because there's a lot of places we could go here, Aries. Holy cow. Seven of Swords. Tell me about that Seven of Swords. Let's get some clarification, please. Okay. Seven of Swords. What do we got? What's going on here? Give us some clarification. Give us more. Please. Four of Pentacles. Ten of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. It feels, I don't know who. This is, somebody held back so they held back their emotions, right? The 10 of Cups is, this is, I'm happy, I'm in love. This is, we're going to grow a family together. Somebody said or made somebody think, yeah, this is going to go somewhere. Yeah, we're going to be happy and in love, but they actually held back with the Four of Pentacles. So it's kind of like maybe they had said or approached you as, yeah, this is it. You're the one, baby. We're going to grow. We're going somewhere. We're going places. And someone had the patience. They were patiently, waiting for this to actually happen. But somebody kept holding back. I don't know who that was. Because, you're caught up in your head. So this could go either way. Tell me about the moon. In the past. The King of Swords. Ten of Wands. Queen of Swords. Remember I said I felt like it could be the both of you that was lying and deceiving and not being truthful. So in the recent past with the wands, yeah, you both held back real honest communication, and it was quite a burden. Both of you did. There was secrets and, there wasn't, I feel, maybe enough honest communication. That's a matching pair. That's two people. It's kind of like knowing, you know in your mind this is your person. Yeah, I want to have a family. I want to grow. I want to go somewhere. But it was like, maybe you both said this, but it wasn't maybe really truthful. And it was a burden on the both of you. And now with the full moon, it's kind of like I feel like you both need to drop the burdens and be honest with each other. Yeah, because with the Nine of Wands, like I said, that's reapproaching situations in the same way. And I think both of you have this issue with not really coming forward and being honest about how you really feel. Where do you really want to go? What's this Tower? Ooh. What is this Tower in the future? You got a Queen of Wands, but it flew out in the reverse. Seven of Swords again. That's twice. Ten of Swords. So you both are currently, not quite being honest with each other. You're not communicating truth. In the future, this could be happening during this full moon. Like I said, that's when it peaks. That's when emotions are at their highest peak. And it's kind of like it builds up to where it's like, we can't lie to each other anymore. This is not really where you both want to go. Somebody's lying. So the Queen of Wands in the reverse can be, usually the Queen of Wands in the upright, goes after what they want, right? They are bold, they're independent, they're confident. This whole relationship is going to come crumbling down. It's like you're going to lose your confidence because you've been lying. They've been lying. It's like they've only, I feel like it's only, you're coming in incorrectly with just, wanting the passion, but it was here, the love, right? The emotion, you're like, yeah, we're emotionally going to be happy. You're my person. But really it was like it was just about coming in passionately. And that's what's going to cause the ending, because it's going to come out. Like it's going to be a swift realization that you've been lied to. And I don't know who's doing this. You really are going to have to figure out who's doing what, because I can't really tell. It's a lot of fire here, right? But the truth is going to come out that, there's been a lot of lying and deceiving, all right, in this situation. It wasn't like it was going to grow anywhere because somebody was holding back. And this is going to end. This whole situation is going to come to an end, and it's almost like there might be some nasty words. There's the Sun. There's Leo energy. Yeah, during this full moon, this is all going to come to light, right? The lying, it's going to be seen, right? Because the moon, it's dark. And then what's going to happen is it's going to shed light on this situation. Who? Why do you feel like you need to protect yourself? What's going on here? With the current energy, why does Aries feel like they need to stand up and protect themselves? Or maybe you feel like you need to stand up for this commitment. I wouldn't. There's way too much lying and deceiving. Yeah. You want to protect your feelings, Queen of Cups. Three of Cups. Yeah, you're protecting yourself from emotionally opening back up and having, the Three of Cups can be, let's get back together. Let's come together and talk and celebrate. Remember, I told you the future is the Eight of Wands. But I think you're like, meh, I need to hold my cup back from possibly, getting back together, because there is going to be a shakeup, a breakup, an ending. And then it's going to come to light that, oh man, I've been lied to. This person just, wants to have fun under the sheets, really. And then they weren't really emotional about me. They didn't really want to grow with me. And now you're like, I got to protect my emotions. I don't want to try and come back. Well, tell me about the Four of Cups for this outside influence, because now they're like, oh man, I'm on the outside. I'm disconnected. And that's because of the ending that's coming. Tell me about the Four of Cups. The Fool. Yeah, see, they want a new start. That's Aries energy again. The World. Yeah, they want to come back from the ending. They don't want this cycle, the door to close. Yeah, Three of Swords. They want to end the heartbreak and the grief they're feeling. So maybe it was the outside person that was lying. Right? Because they're in grief. They're like, wait a minute, I want to have a new beginning. I don't want this cycle to close. I don't like the separation. But you're protecting yourself. So I think it was not you. I think your intentions was you wanted to grow and get into a real relationship and be open and have a family. But it was them that held back. That's exactly how I'm feeling, because they're feeling the separation and heartbreak. They're like, oh, come on, let's have a new beginning. Don't close the door on me. Please, let's not end this. Oh my gosh. See, and that's it. I think your hopes and fears, I think you're fearing this person's going to want to come back and try and grow with you again. That's exactly it, because you're protecting yourself, your emotions. You're like, I don't want to get back into this because there was so much lying and deceiving. Tell me about the Eight of Wands in the future. This energy that's picking up. Tell me about this Eight of Wands. And that's why your higher self, you're in your own energy. You're like, I need to take control of myself. I need to make, the Emperor makes the tough decisions. And I think your tough decision is, no, I don't want to give this another chance. That's kind of the feeling. Eight of Wands, future, tell me more. Yeah, the Empress. Six of Pentacles. The Knight of Wands. In the future, because you've held yourself back, you're telling yourself you don't want to open another cycle with this person that pretended. Your hopes and fears, right? So like I said, your hope is to be able to grow again with somebody, to be able to plan something solid in the future, but also you're afraid. Your fear was this person coming back in to try and get something going with you again. But in the future, the possible outcome for you after going through this whole situation, because like I said, the Knight of Wands is approaching something the same way. You don't want to approach this current situation again. You're tired, you're worn out. It's 10 of Wands. There was too much hidden in the moon. There was too many secrets. There wasn't enough open communication. And now you're going to come up to your fire, your energy is going to pick back up. Your passion is going to open up to you. There's going to be an Empress. Okay, whether that's masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. The Empress is the most productive card in the deck. So it's like you're going to find somebody who's truly nurturing, and they are caring, they're compassionate, they're open, and they want to share. 6 of Pentacles. They want to truly share with you how they feel. The Empress embodies all of the queens. So they know how to communicate. They know how to not hide their communication. They know how to be open. They know how to, be in the real world with the Pentacles, the career. They do it all. The Cups, they're all about the commitment and loving. And they want to open and share with you. And you're going to find yourself, your passion opening back up, because you're going to come across an Empress. And this is going to happen for you fairly quickly. Woo! I like that. Okay, so this is the first reading I've had where it was like drama, breakdown, ending, but your outcome in the near future possible. Okay, because you could change your mind and you could go back and grow with this person again. That could happen. That's why they say potential outcome could be you having an Empress come in willing to share with you open and honestly. It is the potential. But you could take another ride on the merry-go-round with this person because they want to have a new beginning with you as well. They want to end the separation. That is up to you. What else do we have here for Aries? What other information? Anything new we need to know? Finances. Hookup. Oh, remember the Queen of Wands in reverse? I said is coming in just passionately. Third party. Yeah. So you protecting yourself is the right thing. Where'd the other car go? Did it drop? You protecting yourself is the right thing, because you're going to realize with this Tower, with the Queen of Wands in reverse, that they were only coming in passionately because they're hooking up with somebody else. Okay? And they may hang around you for financial reasons as well. So they're just hooking up, probably not just with you. They're hooking up with others because they get some sort of support, right? So they may hook up with somebody and then, they get a dinner out of it, right? Or, sugar mama, sugar daddy situation where they end up buying them a new car, or, you know, buying them some clothes, taking them on a shopping spree. So they make it a habit of hooking up. So in the near future, or possible outcome, I guess is what I'm trying to say, after this comes tumbling down and you realize this, if you stay away from this person and don't take another ride on the merry-go-round because they are just hooking up, Queen of Wands in reverse uses their passion in a negative way. They're using it for the wrong reasons. They're using it to gain something, right? Four of Pentacles, holding back emotion, but Four of Pentacles can also be somebody who's greedy, right? They're only coming in for what they can get from you, because there's definitely outside parties. So yeah, they don't want to be in separation. No, because they were gaining something from you. They may have been gaining something more from you than another party that they've been hooking up with. So you're doing the right thing if you protect yourself and not open back up. Let's get an angel number for you. So this will be the final ending because it's all coming to light. You're realizing that they've been lying. Balance, 222. You know, 222 is about balance. You know, partnerships, commitments. You know, two people sharing the same feelings. Maintain harmony and balance in your life. Manifest your desires. You know what you desire. And it's time to manifest it in, because you, like I said, your hopes and fears are, you want to grow with somebody, right? You want to plant those seeds for the future. But you were also afraid the same person was going to come back in. And I think you know now to protect yourself from this person, get them out of your life so you can have this Empress come in, somebody who's real, right? Somebody who makes their own money. They're not coming to you because they need something. They're already a whole person. They're willing to share, right? The give and take, the back and forth. And they're going to they're going to ignite your passion again, right? You're going to lose your passion when this crap comes tumbling down with whoever this person is. And now you know not to, you know, the root is to not reapproach in the same manner, and that's reapproaching this person, allowing them to come back in. Go ahead and close the cycle. They don't want it closed. Go ahead and close it out. However, you have free will. I can't tell you what to do. But in the future, you do have an Empress coming in if you don't take a ride on the merry-go-round again with this person. Okay? Aries, I hope this was helpful. I hope something resonated. I hope, you know, it gave you some insight. If it did, share, hit the like button. If you feel comfortable, comment. Love, light, and always working on your shadow. Nine of Wands, don't reapproach it. Do not, if you can help it. Until next time, I'll talk to you soon.